Hey, my name is Neil. I'm with Armored Coatings. We worked with UCoat for a couple of years now. We were originally looking for a solution for mobile powder coating. We wanted to be able to go on job sites, and one of the bigger issues that we have in our area is handrail. The handrail doesn't hold up to the salt in our air. We're right on the coast. And so we were looking for a better alternative for coating our handrails. We originally were thinking powder coat, and I did some research and some digging, and I found UCoat and what they were doing with polymers, and I was really quite mind blown, and I had to know more. And so I called up Robert and the team, and we came down here and they did a demonstration for us, and we were hooked, because not only with UCoat you get a really small machine and package. Between the two, I can put it in a trailer, take it on site. You eliminate the need for a huge powder coating oven, but it's also a better material. It's the most robust and resilient material that I've ever used. It holds up to the environment that we're in, and it's repairable. So we came down here and we talked with Robert, and they gave us a demonstration, and we weren't planning on buying anything, but we went back with this guy, the Spear. So our intention was, we were thinking that we could take it up on swing stage and scaffolding, and it was very mobile. It runs off a small air compressor, and so the portability really sold us on that one. I used it for about 6 to 8 months and really got a feel for it, got hooked almost immediately. It's very forgiving. If you're painting and you have a run, if you're powder coating and there's a mistake, then typically you have to redo the whole thing. I love the versatility and the user-friendliness of the powder. If there's a mistake, it's really easy for me to let the polymer cool down again. I might sand it down, I might scrape up a run, and then I can simply put a new coat of polymer over the top of it, and it's good as new. That's unheard of. I've never seen anything like that before. It's infinitely workable, so if there's a piece that's 5 years old, then it gets a little bit of wear and tear and damage on it, and then I can go out there and I can repair one area without having to redo the whole thing, which is a big selling point for us. So we used the small machine, which is great. It really got us into it. I did some jobs with it, and customers were very happy, but we wanted a little bit more. We started to need a little bit more production, more volume, and so Robert was like, why don't you guys try out this machine? And that opened up everything. It was more than doubled our production speed. I'd say probably tripled our production speed. The bigger guns that you use with the larger machine, it throws out a lot more heat. Heats the surface more evenly, sprays more volume of powder, and my production rates went through the roof. These are the ones that we use on a daily basis. I wouldn't trade them for anything, but we still go back, and the smaller machine is great for getting in there for small repairs when I don't want to bring the big machine out. I love the fact that everything works together. The guns are all interchangeable with each other. All the parts work between the different machines, and so it's a family that works together. The polymer is like I said, it's quite amazing. You've got something that the market hasn't seen before, something that's solving problems that we've had in the industry, and there hasn't really been a good solution to until now. And so we're incredibly excited to march forward and continue to bring this into more and more markets and on more and more things. And it's always a conversation in the morning will be like, what else can we coat today, and what can we put this polymer on? And up until now, it's almost anything. I'm excited about the polymer. It's something that I enjoy using every day. I smile when I get up in the morning, and it's something that brings joy to my day, which is kind of fun. I love getting to work with the material, working with the machines, and the user friendliness is something that I'll touch on. The machines are simple to operate. There aren't a whole lot of issues that we run into, and Robert and the team are fantastic. Whenever there's a problem and with troubleshooting, he's always there to help. There's something to be said about that. So one of the things that's really been game-changing for us, and whenever I show people, they're mind-blown, is the repairability of the material. So I can, to give you an example, we did a handrail a while ago, and there was movers. They were moving something up, and they took a big deep gouge out of our material, and then if it would have been anything else, it would have been something where you have to completely strip everything down and then redo it from scratch. But in our case, I was simply able to melt the polymer back in, add a little bit more powder to it, and it was as good as new. One of the demonstrations that I've done for people is I'll take a sample block that I've done, and I'll give them a razor, and I'll let them tear the thing to shreds. Hand it back to me, we'll sand it down, and then I put new polymer over the top of it, and it's good as new. No heavy prep work or anything else. It's pretty remarkable. Working with Robert and U-Coat has been really refreshing. Robert is very passionate about what he does, passionate about the technology, and he just wants everybody to have their hands on it. Whenever you're around him, it's just contagious. We're excited about the product, and I've been working with it for 2 years, and we just keep on finding more and more applications for it, more and more things to do with the polymer, and the more people that we tell about it, they're excited, and we're solving problems in industries that have been wrestling with coatings. Another thing that I want to touch on is just the ease of use. It can sometimes be intimidating because you're playing with fire, but once you start to get the hang of it, you realize how simple the machines are to operate. The concept, everything works together. The engineering on these machines is fantastic, and it's very intuitive to use. It's something that you can kind of get the concept for in a couple of days, and then you spend more time with it, and then you start to refine the process. And everybody that I've taught, everybody that we've worked with, I mean, sometimes there's just a little bit different. Something might work for myself, and then somebody else will do things just slightly different, and the material really works with you. It's something that's very responsive, and there's a lot of fun to be had.